Web applications have interaction to happen. When user interacts, events are fired. For example, mouse click, mouse hover, key press, and so on. The application should handle such events and execute the code. In this video, I will show you two examples, one with button and second with input field. Before jumping to the code, I will suggest you to bookmark this video series. As you are watching the video on YouTube, here you will find the channel name. Just click on it. You will find the homepage of the channel. Just go on the playlist, and here we have a React.js with TypeScript course series. Click on it, and here you will find all the courses. Just click on the bookmark and give any name you want and click on the done. That's all. And if you have any doubts or you want to share anything, feel free to write in the comment section. I will be happy to help you. Also, please subscribe and like the video. Let's jump to the code. In the previous video, we learned about the rendering the list, and here I have the list. This is how it looks. We want to print when anyone clicks on the John, Bob, or Nick. Let's do that. So this is where we are printing the employee name. To write the events, we need to go inside the starting tab of the element, and here we have to write like right here on click. So here you can see we have a lot of events, and whatever I am going to tell you, that will apply to other events as well. Just on click, and as name suggests, it's a camel case. So in React, we have all the events in a camel case, and here we can write the JavaScript code. So inside on click, we can write arrow function to write that first parenthesis, then arrow function, and then curly braces. So on clicking the employee, we can just first write the console.log and just print it here, clicked, and save the change. Jump to the browser and inspect the console. Let's click on names. The click are getting printed. Now what we can do, we can add the button here, button, naming it like a click, and we can just copy this click event and paste it here just after the button and remove this from the li. So on click event is applied to the button now. Let's jump to the browser. Here is our button, and on clicking the button, you can see the click is getting printed and its count is getting increased as we click. Now I wanted to print the employee name who has been clicked. For that, here we know we have employees, and on that we are iterating over it. And in employee, we are getting the each employee name. So whatever code we are writing here, it have access to the employee. So what we can do, we can just use the employee to log that. So instead of clicked, we can just write the employee and save it. Now check. Let's clear it and click on John. So John is printing. Click on Nick. Nick is printing, and Bob also getting printing. What we can do more is we have other parameter, that is index. This is also we have seen in the rendering list. We can print the index as well, like employee comma index. So here in console, you can find the index will also print. John is on index 0, Bob is on index 1, Nick is on index 2. So in each event, in arrow function, we get events or event details. So we can write here E, or just write event and print this event in here. Save it. Jump to the console, clear it, and click on Bob. In console, the type of object is synthetic base event. It is a built-in class in React because browsers have different implementation of each object. So to make this cross-browser, React team have created synthetic base event. This is a wrapper around native browser events object. So if you look at the properties of the object, you probably be familiar with it. Open it. Here you will find client X, client Y, which denotes the XY position of the click. Here you will find the type of the event we have clicked, so it is showing the click. Then in target, if you hover on it, it will show which button is clicked. So event handling logic is very simple and one-liner. If our logic gets more complex, we don't want to write it here in the middle of JSX. We should move that logic into separate function. In this component, we can declare a function. By convention for events to handle, we start with handle and event, like handle click. We just need to copy this callback function here. Now we are having an error. TypeScript compiler saying like parameter event implicitly has any type. But why are we getting this warning? The reason is that the TypeScript compiler does not know the type of this parameter. Is it a number? Is it a string or object? So if we press the dot operator, we cannot see any properties of this object. This is where we need to specify the type of the parameter. So we get auto completion and type safety. So let's hover on the event at this place. The type of this event is react.mouse event. For inline function here, TypeScript knows the type of this event. That is why we don't get the warning earlier. But in this case, we are declaring the brand new function. TypeScript compiler don't know where we're gonna use this. So it does not know the type of this parameter. We should go to the top and import the mouse event. Import mouse event from React. And here we can use it. So we need to do like colon and mouse event. This is called the type annotation in TypeScript. With type annotation, we can specify the type of variables, parameters, and so on. If you use the dot operator here, you will get all the properties of that object. This is one of the beauty of TypeScript. We get auto completion, type safety, and it's easier to refactor or restructure the code. Let's finish this example. So this event is called the event handler, as this handles the event. In this case, it is a click event. So over here, we can remove this, and instead of it, we can write handle click. We don't use the parenthesis here, as it means calling the function. Here we are just need to pass the reference of this function. So whenever button gets clicked, this function gets called by the button. So whenever user clicks the button, this function is getting called. So calling this function will be done later runtime. That's all for the button events. Now we will see the next example, that is a input. So I am using the input element just after the button and closing that. If you save this and jump to the browser, here you will see the text boxes. So what we want, whatever we are going to write it here, that should get printed in the console. So for input, we have event like on change. And here we need to write the arrow function. So parenthesis, arrow, and then curly braces to write the code. As I said here in button example, we get events. So I'm going to use the event. Let's print the event in the console. So console.log and use it here event and save the changes. Let's jump to the browser and type here something like a. So this is again a synthetic base event. Open this one, and here it is showing the type in target. Here if you open in value, we get the value. As we have type a, it is showing the a. So how we can use this event.target.value, it will give us the value which are in the text box. So just use that event.target.value and save the changes. Let's clear this console and write here B. It is printing A, B, C. Okay. And if I write here Sagar, it will print that. So this is the way how we use the events in the React.